Dear friends, welcome back to Data Analytics Talks. Today we are having the fifth session in the Power BI learning series. If you have not seen the previous sessions, at least the last session, please make sure you do that because it's a kind of continuous sessions and we need that continuity to follow what we are doing. As I said in the last session, we are asked to build a global superstore analytics dashboard.
Let me start this session by showcasing the analytical dashboard I have just completed for Global Superstore. This is the same task that you also will have to do, but I just did it because I can show you how it would look when you complete the task, and it will give you clear direction as to where we are heading to, right? Those who do not know Power BI and never seen or never built a report or dashboard, it is really difficult to visualize what it would look like when you do a report or dashboard. That is exactly the purpose when I was trying to do it before I take this session with you. Suppose you are the business owner and you are presented with such a report. How do you read it? That's very important. As soon as you see this report, you are seeing a number 12.64 million. Okay, it's very self-explanatory that sum of sales. Where the sum of sales? It is the whole universe. Like there is no filter for the country. But if I want to see something specific, okay, I want to know what is the sale in Belgium. As a business owner, I can see that 49.2k is the sales in Belgium, and there is of course a proportionate profit that is 11.57k, and the other KPIs like sum of quantity by market, sum of profit by product name, and also you can see the orders, and it also gives you like sum of quantity by product name and customer name and so on. And we have more filters, like more slices available, like which category the sales happen, whether it is furniture, whether it is office supplies, technology. So anything you can choose and we can do the slice and dice based on this. So let me set back to all. So just remember that we are going to build something similar in this session. So I will help you how to build, how to add controls, how to set the values and so on. So let's begin that activity. So are you ready? If yes, just follow me. If you need the data set or the data input file, let me know. Please send me a comment. I will share you the file which I have loaded for this exercise to your inbox. So let us start with adding a new page for our new report. I added a page. Basically, I can rename the page as Global Super Store Analytics. Okay. So you can create a number of pages. There is no restriction as to the number of pages. You can create a number of pages. By default, you are seeing a beautiful theme. Of course, you can change the theme under theme menu. Let me choose this one again. I like this. Let's read. Build visual with your data. Select or drag fields from the data pane onto the report canvas. So what you see here, you can see the border, like this is a canvas. and this is the page. So build your visuals with your data. So we should make sure we have a proper data. In the last session, we have loaded the proper data, and the data view, we can confirm the data is loaded properly. And in this use case, I have not added any calculated column nor any measures. I'm just using the data loaded from the Excel sheet itself. Maybe in the next sessions, we will cover the measures, calculated column, and so on. So first of all, come back. So we will have a canvas. In the canvas, we will change the color of the canvas. Okay, there is an option here, format your report page. Here we have the page information. Of course, the name of the page is Global Superstore Analytics, and it has some options like allow user tooltip, allow Q&A. This by default they are off, but you can enable that. Then something is called canvas. You know this canvas, you can select custom size. For example, I can give as the default height, then I can give the width as 1280, and you can set the background color to another color like, and I can set the transparency to whatever you want, like maybe you want 20, 30, or whatever you like, maybe, because if it is transparent you can see the theme in the background. If it is not transparent, fully transparent, you don't see anything. As if you reduce the transparency, yeah, you can you can see through what is in the behind. We have set the height and width of our canvas. It is in the canvas that you are going to add your visuals. So let's go back. So our original canvas size is matching with our new page canvas size. Okay, what is next? Maybe we will start adding an image. So let's start image. For that, let's go back. Let's go to the desktop, and there will be some image. I can logo, I can add the image. So it's like data analytics task image, which I already having in my desktop. You can add any logo. So it is basically a logo. So if you have a global superstore logo, let's add that here. Then next I need to add a title for this report. Global super analytics, and I can change the font. Probably I can make it as bold. I can change the size to some 16, and I can do alignment, whether it should be left align, right align, central aligned. Let me make it left align. I can reduce the size. Then let me go to the properties. Then I can see the position. I can change the position. I can reduce this position so that it aligns to left. Then I can increase the height. Yeah, it's aligned to the image. It is showing fully. So basically what we need, actually, we need to change the color, right? It's change the background color. So let's see the effect. Here we have a background color. Maybe we need to try little matching to the background. So I will give this color. Then let me try to increase the transparency. It's fully good, right? So I have a global superstore analytics. I have a logo. Okay, this much is done. Then what is next? Let's go back to see our original report. We need to add a shape. Okay, let's go back and add a shape. Where are the shapes? So we have the shapes here. I will choose a rectangle. Let's place the rectangle here. This rectangle will hold the slicers. Okay, let me place it here. I can give a name. I can give the color. Maybe what was the color is white color, right? So we'll go with white color. Let me choose this. Can give the style. I can give the fill color as white. So it's a white color. Then what is next? I need to add slicers. Basically, a slicer means it's an ability to filter the data set. Okay. Let me add a country slicer. I will show you first. I will show you how can I add a slicer. So in the visualization pane, you can see that you have something called slicer here. So this is slicer, and go to the properties. I select the slicer. I can choose the properties. Let me add a data to it. Okay, so basically we want to filter by country. Okay, I can go back. Then it is showing you options, the slicer settings. It should be whether it should be a vertical list, whether it should be a title, or we can also show us a drop down. So I will choose a drop down. Okay, and what are the other options? Can have single select or multi select, and show select all. That also I need. So let me just drag it. I place it here. Maybe I need to place some more, right? I will send this particular shape to back. Okay, so how can I do that? Let me go modeling format. We have sent to back. So we need to bring this slicer to forward and send this to backward. Okay, then only this will be shown. So when you are using one visual above the other visuals, probably you may have to choose diligently the send to back and bring to forward options. Okay, only then the right control will be available at the right place. Okay, so I have the country option is selected. I have option to select all, and I can select one country. Then I can use a plus control, and I can have multiple countries. So single country, multiple country, select all options are all available here. So I will have more slices. So we have the category, market, and ship mode. Let me do that. I can copy this control and I can place it. Let me place this one. Let me place one more. Again, let me place one more. Okay. We have four slices. Here, I will change the. If I select this, I can change the category. Let me pull the category. I remove the country. I will bring the field as category. So it becomes category. Then I can choose something called market. Here I select this. I remove the country. Then I can bring market as the field. So market count. Then mode, shipment mode. Here also I remove this. Then I add the ship mode. We have select all. We have here also select all. We have here also select. The slicer part is complete now. So we have the slicers ready, right? If I can select all these visuals together, then let me go to format. Then I can do the alignment, align, sorry. I can select the align top. That means all controls are aligned properly, right? And if I want to change the size or effect or properties, maybe I can reduce the height a little bit. Okay. And if I want to reduce the width, I can reduce the width also. Okay. And I can change the position to, maybe I give the position so that the left padding and right paddings are good, right? It looks similar to the original design. Okay. Now we need to show the sum of sales and sum of profit. Okay. For that, what we will do, we will go for a card. There is something called card here. It's a card. This is basically card. I add a card. So let me place it properly, align to this. Then I can show the sum of sales. Basically, there is some column called sum of sales. I am seeing 12.64 million. Okay. So we can show this million maybe as thousands also. Let me see. We can even change the shapes of the card. Maybe ship both different shapes. Then I can say rectangle. Then call out. I can say the color of the value. Maybe I can say this one. I can even push some conditional formatting. Basically, if there is a target, we can show that based on the target, I can show conditional coloring like green, amber, red. That possibility is here. Just for time being, I am just making the color as the green in order to avoid the confusion. Let me make the color to green. Things looks good. Okay. So next card, I will just copy this card again. I can paste the card. It's a matter of just changing sum of sales to sum of the profit. So we get 1.47 million and 12.64 million. So it is matching to our original design, right? 12.64 million, 1.47 million. So we are matching to. Then next, what are we going to do? We are going to show the sum of quantity by product name and customer name. So this is basically, if you select, you can know that which visual I have chosen, right? It is basically stacked column chart. Okay, let's pull a stacked column chart. This is a stacked column chart. Let me place it here. I can expand the size. You are seeing, right, when you expand, you are seeing a line. That means it is aligning to the visual which is already existing. I will place it here. Here in this case, check. I select this control. I can say what is the value, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, and legend. Product name, sum of quantity. So let's pull the product name to the x-axis. So there is something called product name. Then we have the sum of sales. Then what is the legend? So we have a legend also, right? The legend is, we have the customer name. So we are telling, okay, which customer has bought this product. Okay, so I will add the customer name as the legend. Basically, see the change. this visual shows like for product is consumed by different customers, right? So how much each customer has consumed or bought. That is what this visual tells you. Okay, so let me save this. What is the next? So we have built three visuals. So what is next? So we'll be building a sum of sales by country. So it is basically a pie chart. Okay, so we will have pie chart and we will have a legend as country, then sum of sales as value. So let me do same thing. Let's go and see a pie chart. I add a pie chart. Then we will add country as the legend. So we will have the country as the legend and sum of sales as the value. So got almost identical visual. I just place little bit spacing. We have almost built our first portion. Of course, you can change the height, width of these visuals as per your thoughts, our design plan and all. Let me go to the next visual. So here we have sum of profit by product name. Okay, how is the product performance, right? So let me add what is kind of chart we are added. So when you select, it is basically a line and clustered column chart. Okay, let me go and add a line and clustered column chart. Line and clustered column chart. Let me make it little bigger so that this has a lot of products to be shown. So then what is the options that we need to add? There we have product name, sum of product profit. Product name, sum of profit. I can give the product name, select this. Let me say the product name. Then we have the sum of profit. Sum of profit. Where is the profit? Okay, even I can also add a sales line graph. So based on the sales, okay, this also give you another picture, but doesn't look good. So let me remove the y axis. And if you select this visual, basically if you go to the formatting, you can you can show the data labels. Then you can set different colors, so the color matching. Okay, and even you can put conditional formatting based on the values. Okay, that is possible. And we can set the spacing of the padding so that you can change the width of the bar. Please explore all the options you can find for each visual. Okay, so due to the limitation of the time, I'm just skipping all those. Okay, so it is ideal, it's better that you go through each visual and identify the properties available to the each visual. I will move on. What is the next one? Next one is we have the sum of quantity by market. So let me add another visual as per our design. So what is this visual? This basically again a pie chart. You can even chart a donut chart also, but let me try the pie chart as per the this design. What is the value that we need to set? Probably we need to set the market and sum of quantity. We are going to say market and sum of quantity. Where is the market? Is legend. Sum of the quantity is the value. Okay. So if you want to have a tooltip, basically you can also give the tooltip as the product name. So when you hover over, you can see which product against the market. Okay, cool. Then let's go back to the next visual. Basically, this is nothing but a table which is showing the product or order details. So symbol. Let's go and click on the table and let's expand the table. So I select the table and we can add columns. Maybe let me say where we start with order ID. We can say then customer ID, then customer name, then product name, product ID, product name, then we can say the quantity, then we can get the sales, then let's see the discount, let's also make the profit. What's the profit gained by that? Okay, and what is the shipment mode? And we can add anything, like anything if you want to add to the table is possible. Our new report is almost matching to our initial report. It's almost identical, right? So what do you understand from this symbol exercise? Maybe one thing, creating a Power BI dashboard is not a difficult task, but of course there are some complexities that we will cover in the future sessions. But with respect to this symbol dashboard, building is not difficult. And as I initially said, this whole data is loaded from a single data set without any relationship, without any complexities. Very straightforward. We don't use any measure, we don't use any calculated column, nothing of the sort. It is just plain data set, and we created a simple, intelligent dashboard. If you check the functionality, basically it can be filtered by a country. I can choose Afghanistan, and all our visuals will get sliced by that. And if I say category, I can say I just furniture. Basically all the visuals will get filtered. And if I set the market and the shipping mode, I can say first class. Only those items that has first class shipping mode will be displayed. So this is the page level slices or filters that we apply. Go back and set all back. And I think this is it for this current session. More complex, more difficult visual is awaiting in the future sessions.